All right. Tevin, you good over there?
Yep. Last night, so I went to the club.
We're into the club.
Sitting on dubs. Just looking for the money to talk to. Show me some love.
Show me some love.
If you know what I mean. Back to the spot. Do y'all things and all them hot. You know what I mean. We drinks, we drunk them.
Got drunk.
Just think I'm cool. Wink, I wink back, and then I think that you're just feeling the spot tonight. The bartender, I like the bartender. I like the bartender. Oh yes, bitch. Okay.
That's what right there on the microphone.
That's what.
Turn that bitch on. Turn that bitch on.com.
You know, these.com get out of hand. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Real trap shit. Real trap shit.
Listen to this track. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Evil Empire.
They need to come back with that era again one more time.
Bro, you see
The run back, that'd be dope
The
though.
Rockstar and the Wallet Chain and shit.
We wouldn't have that if it wasn't for Dipset.
Bro, you put some on your face, on your stories, bro, that made me think about. I think it was the national anthem. It was a Dipset anthem. I said, "Yo, I missed that Dipset shit, bro. I missed that Dipset era, nigga.
Then they said we got
Joel's fucking big ass fucking bandanas, nigga.
Oversized bandana.
Oh, I'm like, come on, bro, nigga. We was really doing that out here in the South. Hey,
Santa.
Joel's. Chill, runner.
That's the
Get wrong. We in the building.
That's the thing Kel said before I walked in. He was like, I don't give a fuck. That's my nigga. I'ma still throw live. He said, who got a problem with Dipset?
Hey.
So I don't give a fuck. Who got a problem with Dipset?
Man, the blair, my man, throw the camera. He got a bitch named Tim.
Hey, bro. Hey, sir. I think Dipset probably like the way they actually like just invaded the South, and the South really crept up north was either Dipset coming down here and like let's just say Outkast going up there, and when they switched, you started to listen to the East come down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You started to hear a lot more.
That was the whole mixtape. When the South meets the North and the North meets the South.
That shit was just wild, bro. That was a time.
Niggas ain't nothing but niggas from the South anyway.
All right, we ready? Boog, you good over there?
Yeah.
Tell me, you good over there?
It's this
I believe so. Son, New Era did a collab with Usher. That shit funny.
Usher.
But they got cherries on the hat.
Nah, that bitch upside down.
The upside down.
They said peace up eight times. Peace up, whatever. Eight times.
New Era trying. New Era trying, bro.
That jersey, the jacket.
They doing what Nike need to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because they following the actual new hat wave where it's the upside logos and the patches and shit like that.
You know, it's actually a dude from New York that started this shit because it wasn't licensed.
That crown nigga.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
You know, trying to do it to get around copyright. It made it.
I mean,
from the
culture
style.
or something. I forgot that nigga.
Culture King.
I think that's yeah. He was the first one all upside down.
As soon as I cut my locks, I'm getting back in the hat game.
You ain't the only one. I did that shit already. Fucking right.
Y'all niggas about to cut y'all shit. I'm about to grow
I
on.
have four.
Hey, man.
Yeah, you gonna be the only nigga on the block.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I said the same shit, bro. As soon as I cut these bitches, I'm throwing every hat I can fucking find in the bag. Hey, come here.
All my hats can't even fit on. Not even my
Oh
sandals can't
shit, this
even fit
nigga Shane and fucked around and got with Cash Money, Mavin Sports Group, a strategic partner of Cash Money Records.
Major.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I just seen him the other day.
you know, you gotta keep the deal. You gotta keep the deal tucked
I'm gonna talk to
into.
him Monday. He told me he was gonna have some stuff.
Oh my God.
Some,
So this
some
nigga
news
Kirk
coming.
is talking about studying for the Tampa game.
Kirk Cousins?
Here we go. You gotta start.
Yeah, this came out today.
Yeah.
Full season.
I'm not sure if it's the full
Oh
season.
my
but-
God.
Yeah. Right here.
I know. I just know tomorrow finna be lit up on ESPN.
You already know.
What the Falcons thinking? They took Michael Penix.
You know what it is. You know how they gonna spin it. And then especially, but you know how it goes every year, bro. A quarterback get hurt somewhere along the line, and then somebody. Y'all gonna be in the spot to trade him. That's what it's gonna come down to.
Who was?
Yep. And then y'all can hold that team for fucking hostage. You know what I'm saying? Well, y'all need a quarterback. Y'all in the playoff mix. You want to stay in the mix? Give me what you got. Give me your best offer. Not on no Godfather type deal though.
I'm gonna make him an offer that he can't refuse.
He can't refuse it.
I'm going to make him.
My consigliere, we're gonna talk this through. We're gonna come back and see. Okay?
I probably won't believe me. I still ain't never watched the full movie.
Bro, this shit, that's some long fucking
It's
movies
long.
to watch,
It's long.
bro.
Absolutely long.
That movie, The Casino, took me forever to watch. Well,
I think I finished Casino.
I love Casino, but it was a long movie. Now, what's the other movie with your boy from Miami? Scarface. Scarface took me 2 days to watch.
I ain't watched all of them.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a movie buff, so I've watched each movie I've talked about at least twice.
But yeah, I love Casino.
I watched it
I got
the
a
entirety.
good
Like I didn't stop. So my mom, my dad, and we collect the movies, bro.
Yeah, locked in, huh?
Yeah, we collected DVDs and VHSs. We did all that shit. So, like,
VHS wasn't time.
hey, bro, motherfucker, we know how to rewind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, I've seen all of them movies.
Welcome back to another episode of The Perspective Podcast. I am your host, Marty Lee. Over there to my right, my dog Tevin in the building. Tevin, what it do?
What's happening, fam?
How you living?
I'm good, brother. I'm good, man.
I know that's right. Tuesday emotions, summertime, dog days of the summer. Ain't too much going on, but we'll get to what is going on here in just a moment. All the way down there to the very front, my dog Bug, Lucky 7 in the building. Bug, what it do?
Hey man, we here, bro. Let's have a good time for a short time. You
Believe that. Over here, my dog TJ. He is a TJ and the #1 intern on planet Earth. They are out tonight as TJ is celebrating his 40th birthday, but we'll get into his celebration here in just a moment. But so filling in for TJ tonight, my dog Marcus in the building. Marcus, what it do?
I'm trying to let you pussy niggas eat.
always with the bars. You know
Always,
how it goes.
bro.
Once again, this is the Perspective Podcast. This is episode 69 of the Perspective. Big 7-0 coming up, fellas.
Hey man, I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Oh, that's next week.
Yeah, Big 7-0 next week, and you know we got some things cooking.
Oh yeah,
we got some things cooking, but
got a good, that's a good week next week, y'all.
good week
Big
next week.
next week.
Yeah, big week next week for us. But we may or may not talk about that. We'll wait.
We'll give them something next week.
Yeah,
Next
we'll
Tuesday
go.
when everything, you know,
Finalized.
finalized.
Yeah, damn right. Finalized. But as always, we are recording from Collective Studios, Studio E to be exact. This is the east side over here where the Perspective takes place. Chico's Lounge and the Connoisseur is actually kicked off on Sunday, so Chico is back in effect. Make sure you check that out on the Collective Studios 318 channel. That's the other show that takes place here in the studio. But as always, subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to our podcast, and do all that type of shit so I can stop begging. And
Share, like, subscribe. Do
comment,
that.
do all that. Do all the good
Tell
stuff.
us what you like, you don't like.
That's right. So, episode 69 of the Perspective Podcast, we are off and running, fellas. Coming off the 4th of July weekend. How y'all feeling, man? Well, before the 4th, let's back up. Before the 4th of July, TJ's birthday was July 3rd.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all were there.
Mm-hmm. Took part. Mm-hmm.
Thoughts from Thursday night?
I mean, I had a blast. Not gonna lie to you, I had a tremendous time there. It was awesome. Great people, great drinks, great food.
A lot of drinks.
This is also, I mean, let's get back to these drinks though. Apparently,
Tevin had club soda.
I mean, club soda and water.
What?
Yeah. But for the rest of us,
you didn't drink nothing?
Nope.
Nope.
I can't drink.
I could have sworn I asked him.
Tevin can't drink.
I can't drink.
No.
Tevin can't drink. We'll get to that a little later about why Tevin can't drink, but Tevin can't drink. You know what I'm saying? But
I know I did a couple rounds, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I
took those off of Tevin's dance for him.
You know what I'm saying? I did it on purpose. You know, this is a celebration of a milestone for my mans, and I had to show love, bro. So I bought a couple rounds, and we were drinking mostly brown this night, right? I don't think we had a lot of tequila.
Yeah.
I don't think we had a lot of tequila. I think we had some green tea shots, didn't we?
So whenever I walked in, like here, I'll recap it from my point of view.
Because I got there before you, I think.
Y'all were there before me. Because you know Marty be on Marty time.
Yeah.
So,
you gotta catch Marty.
Yeah. So I'll be there. I'll be there when I get there, but just know that I'll be there. You know. But so I walked in and the gang goes, "You're 2 shots behind."
Oh, so right.
Well, so what do? I go to the bar, go grab myself not 1 but 3 and a drink for self.
Mm-hmm.
With a glass of water and a lemon. Necessity. Gotta hydrate. So anyway, I got 2 shots for myself, and then the bartender had 1 left over, so I was just like, cool, I'm just giving it to TJ.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. Now, while I was at the bar, a friend of the show, was at the bar with me, and he decided to make a decision. Executive decision on his own to purchase more, and somehow I got blamed for it. So I bought a round. Well, no, I didn't. So I bought the set for myself and then one for TJ, and then all of a sudden it just spiraled out of control.
Yeah.
That happened so fast.
Okay? Yeah, that was pretty fast. I bought a round. I think B bought a round. Shout out to Bianca. I think she bought a round. Yeah, I bought a round right behind her.
Nate, you tiptoed off to the bar. I saw that. I knew exactly what you was doing whenever you eased on over there. Then Nate got up and bought crown shots. And Lumberjack walked in, another friend of the show. Nate and Lumberjack. B has been on the show, friend of the show. Of course, Lumberjack, friend of the show. Nate, friend of the show. Nate gets up. It spiraled out of control with Nate and Jack. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Lumberjack, bro. When Lumberjack walks through the door, you know it's party time.
Ding, ding.
As soon as he says, "Hi there, my good people. Hello there, my good sir." What we doing? If he's in that mood, right?
That's right.
It's about to be a hell of a night, because if he has the opportunity to buy multiple shots at once, it's literally like breathing. It's gonna come out as smooth and as easy. So we're gonna do like 18 shots? Wait a minute.
All right. So for those that don't know, I'm gonna tell this quick story, and I'll be real quick about it, and then we'll go ahead and get into the basis of the show. Me, Kel, Lumberjack, we went to Twin Peaks one year. I think this was for Grambling and LSU, but this might have been Southern and LSU. I forgot what game it was. I think it was down in BR.
Yeah.
This nigga Adrian, or Lumberjack, I'm sorry, Adrian ordered 22 shots of tequila, a Padros, and a sweet tea. Now, those 22 were split up in between the 3 of us. and his tab was a extraordinary amount of money. So, for those of you who are not familiar with Lumberjack, that is who he is in a nutshell. Great time. The heavyweight champion walks into the building every time he steps into the building.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, it is, time is to be had. But Shout out to TJ. Welcome, 40 Club. Hopefully, I'll be there one day, big dog.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to you. Continue celebrating yours as your missus is helping you celebrate as she has you somewhere with your feet in sand.
Right on.
One day I'll be there.
Shout out Miss Hart.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Now, as we pivot off of that, fellas, 4th of July weekend took place. Black cousins. Black cousins, I think Black cousins all assembled.
Yeah.
So, how was y'all's weekend after that? After TJ's part, because as we were all together for TJ's on Thursday, then Friday took place, Saturday took place, and Sunday took place.
Another day of drinking.
But
more fireworks in my in the brain.
mm-hmm.
So tequila.
I don't think I truly sobered up until Sunday. I don't think for real. I don't think I sobered up till Sunday night. Cause literally Friday we drunk a little bit. We didn't do too much. Saturday we backdoored. Went to Lafayette, enjoyed with TJ and Miss Hart, and a couple of his family members, and we had a couple of us down there. So we went down there, we drunk some more, went to the cigar lounge. Man, I think I really was sober Sunday night. I had to be. Like I literally got in every night about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Damn,
I'm tired, though.
I'm tired, ball.
That Friday I woke up. I had to put a little care package together.
Mm-hmm.
2 liquid IVs. Well, no, liquid IV.
What?
2 Tylenols, extra strength.
Yeah.
Some grapes.
What?
Some rotisserie chicken I had in the fridge.
What?
And some peanut butter crackers.
What?
That boy had been on his stomach. That boy had to build a house again.
I had to soak up the alcohol, revitalize my electrolytes.
Hey.
My head was thumping. I had to fix all that shit that day.
Hey, bro, now that's a fucking care package, cuz.
Welcome to the mob, my brother.
Hey, yeah, man. Look, bro. Hey, son, I respect that. My heart is still open, son. No, my arms and heart open, son. I respect
This is like my 3rd or 4th mob.
Mob introduction.
The Pedialytes are on deck at all times.
Yeah.
So as we just pivot off of that there, I'm glad, you know what I'm saying, most importantly, we all had a safe weekend. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to stress that.
Enjoyable, safe weekend.
Yeah, everybody had a great time. It was no bullshit, and you know what I'm saying? We all had a great time in a safe weekend. So, and we all looked out for each other no matter what the situation was. So yeah, that's that with that. Tevin, as we pivot off of that, unfortunately we have some sad news as an Alexandria icon has passed away. Can you tell us a little bit more about what's going on and what happened?
Oh yeah, man, staple in the community. We lost Reverend Rev Dupar. We lost him, I believe, sometime early last week. He passed, and just from the stories I hear from like some of my friends that didn't really know him or played sports for him or was around him, went to his church. He subbed at school, so a lot of us ran into him. From time to time, it was just really nothing but good stuff about him, bro. Like how he was a mentor, how he looked out for people, how he went out his way to help people, educate people. He was just a pillar for a lot of especially a lot of males around here, because I know he did a lot in the sports with the males, and so he was like a big role model and like a mentor for most of the guys out here. I know his nephew, and I know his son real well. They both of them real good dudes, solid dudes, bro. So I know he gonna be missed by a lot of people in this community. Yeah. Everybody he impacted, he touched. Then I was chopping it up with somebody else that knew him, an older guy. He was talking about him and whatever. And let's just say Reverend Dupa would do anything he can to win. So he was about winning and being at the top. So shout out to Reverend Dupa, but gonna be missed. If you out here, if you're listening to this, and I think his services will be this Friday, I believe. Friday or Saturday. I don't know. Y'all can look it up. If he touched you in any type of way, with some words, making you laugh or whatever, just if you got time, you can't just go pay your respect, bro, because he gonna be missed.
That's a fact.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a fact. As we were talking about this pre-show, Marcus, you said you had a story for Reverend Dupa, and definitely, man, I just want to say before Marcus gets into it, rest in peace, Reverend Dupa, family friend for show.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And like, there's not one bad story about Reverend Dupa, like, and even like no bad interaction. But I just want to say rest in peace, Reverend Dupa. You would definitely be missed. But Marcus, go ahead with your story, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm send my condolences as well. I knew him maybe for a couple of years. Cause when I first moved here, I joined in the Pop Warner football. I used to play for the Jaguar. Everybody calls it the Red Jaguars. They had two different ones, but he was infamous for always having a couple of overage players. and our coach and him had quite a few words a couple times, and even when I got a little older, I think maybe my junior year or sophomore year, even when I wanted to play football, he let me walk on with no insurance, no insurance, no type of physical, no nothing. He had some shoulder pads and a helmet in the truck. So, yeah, shout out to him for that, man. But any male figure that can help the youth and give back to the community, that's always needed. So,
damn right. Boog, you got anything?
Man, I've been knowing Reverend Dupar for so long. It was funny because, like you said, a lot of people don't know that he had a baseball team at one point. When we was like the churches themselves had baseball teams. Mm-hmm. So I've been knowing Reverend Dupar for, since I was 13 years old. I'll be 40 this year.
Yeah.
So I've known him from the coach to the teacher, to the mentor, to the pastor, and like I say, his family and my family, we've known each other for a long time. I've been playing football with his nephews. So like I say, this was a shocking surprise to me. I had no idea that happened. Shout out to the Dupar family. Trust me, he will be missed for everything he's done, everything he was doing. Mm-hmm. He was a pillar in the community. He helped anybody he could, anybody he can. He touched the people of his community.
Inspired people.
He inspired people. He wanted people to strive for better.
Yeah. And he definitely had that military presence. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely had the strong black man demeanor. You know what I'm saying? And even if me personally, I never met neither one of my grandpas, but he definitely gave like grandpa energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, just he always had the right things to say at the right times, for me. Because of course I knew Reverend Dupa as a family friend. Then of course my mom's and my grandma were like, he's a Reverend. I was like, oh shit, like I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? and then you know what I'm saying, whenever I started, in the public school systems, like he started subbing at Ash, and then I was like, yo, like my grandma, he was like, who's your grandma? I was like, Florie's home. He was like, Florie's your grandma. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh man, he's like, yeah man, I definitely remember whenever you was little. He's like, you got an older brother and two other cousins. I was like, yeah. He's like, I said,
you know
for real.
When you started talking about your lineage, you started saying, oh, you related to who, this, that, and the third. You be like,
he knows.
I didn't even know like them until I got older. Like he started walking on your line, your lineage. Yeah. It was just awesome to hear him talk about it.
For sure, man. For sure. Rest in peace, Reverend Dupa. You know what I'm saying? Condolences to his family. He will be missed, not just amongst the y'all family, but the whole community here.
Yes.
He's definitely touched and helped and guided generations and generations of people. So one more time, rest in peace, Reverend Dupa. And so we moving on from that. Unfortunately, there was some other sad news that we just got to get to. There was that other giant weather system that went through Central Texas, and we'll just be real quick about that. Yeah, that flood situation. It's that death toll is climbing, so I don't even want to give out that number right now because it looks like it changes by the hour. But it is that time of year, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hurricane season, thunderstorm season. You know what I'm saying? Stay on your P's and Q's, be ready for whatever, and have your emergency plan together. So condolences to those families in Central Texas as y'all are going through it too. And now let's get to some sports shit.
Yeah.
The bags are still being passed out, bro. People are still getting paid.
I mean, big money too. I'm okay. When I say, when you say the bag, right? I'm thinking like what? Maybe at the most 15 mil, maybe.
That's still chump change.
That's
Yeah.
chump change, bro. It's 52 mil out here.
Yeah, man. So, P5, my boy Paulo from the Orlando Magic, he signed a contract extension. Tell me, what was those numbers? Was it like a 3-year extension?
Nah, he signed 5 for 239. But with incentives, he can get to 287 if he make like all NBA and defense or something like that. One of them teams in whatever amount of time. But yeah, he re-up for that 239 for sure.
And this is just contract extension number 1.
Right, he got his early because I think he only was 22. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still he playing the long game.
Yeah.
So you mean when he becomes 27, still with good feet and good knees, he can sign another contract?
Sign again.
No, he might got knowing him, he probably got a player option to opt out before that contract ends, so he can re-up a year earlier. Knowing him,
Yeah.
probably played it smart like that. So man, yeah, man. Shout out to Paulo, bro.
Get up. Answer.
One of the top young athletes we got in the NBA.
Yeah. So I mean, Paulo definitely, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Paulo, you know what I'm saying? He's
Well, right now I'm talking about the basketball.
yeah, tell him come through if he close. If he close, whatever, tell him come through, book. But yeah.
You close?
Yeah, but or you got something to say? Tajan is on the line right now.
He's not close. He's still Alabama.
Yeah.
Marcus, it's for you.
For me,
It's for you.
Tajan is on the line. He's calling.
hello.
Shout out to Tajan when he see this.
Call me Leroy, man.
When he hear this.
I'm doing good, sir. Right now I'm in your seat.
But definitely, shout out to Paulo. Definitely signing that extension there, bro.
That's crazy. 239.
Oh, you want to be on speaker?
Uh-oh.
Oh, hold up.
Here you go.
Yeah, right now they talking about getting contracts with the NBA season.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. Basketball. What up, fellas? What's going on, man?
What's poppin', bro?
I ain't shit. Hey, yo, look. Hey, I'm not there, but I wanted to say thank y'all so much for the day celebrations over the past couple of days. You know what I'm saying? You guys showed up and showed out. I hope when I had called you, I was on some Drake shit, but right now y'all are not there.
Oh, we not, but go ahead, let's get to it.
I mean, what did I miss?
On some what?
Drake.
I don't want to bash his head in if y'all start collectively bashing his head.
Hold up now. Remember who holding the phone, brother?
Well, you can give it up. But look, I just wanted to sit up here and say just real quick, man. All right, shout out to the NBA talks and everything else that's going on. All right, man. But Drake is missing in action out here.
I did.
My man is tone deaf, misunderstanding the situation at hand. I don't like it for him. I really don't.
He's looking bad in the limelight.
Yeah.
They possibly can have right now. All right, Kendrick is over here touring overseas doing what it is that he got to do, and Drake is over here performing in a fucking refrigerator. I'm sick and tired of this man doing some shit that ain't got no business doing. Look, we get it, bro. We get it. You are one of those guys that do everything that you're supposed to do when it comes to music and everything else. But right now, your rollout is super trash. Like, nobody likes it. No one cares. No one cares. Like, what Jim Jones is doing is okay, but no one cares. Because when you go at somebody like a Nas, it's a problem. Like, we don't like that. We don't like that at all. Right? But Drake, my man, listen, bro. You gotta give it up.
Brother.
You gotta go away for a little bit. Sit down.
Take a hiatus.
Just take a hiatus, bro. Just take a hiatus, man. Just understood that you need to be missed right now. Because the shit that I heard when I listened at that live stream was not good at all. Alright? Like, what did I miss? What did you miss? Obviously, you missed a whole lot that's going on right now in the world. And right now, your presence is not needed, bro. Hip Hop got it. They got it all taken care of. Pop has got it. They got it all taken care of. You over there fucking with country. They don't need you. We got it. It's all taken care of, bro. Just get on here, do what it is that you're supposed to be doing, make good music. That's all we're really asking for. That's all we're really asking for. Just make good music. And then come back and make yourself known, is, and felt again. Pause.
That's the last best Drake album.
Even the missus had said it. She was just like, what happened to this Drake? Well, people like you, Mrs. Hart, have said, well, we don't like not like us. We don't like the shit that him and Kendrick is doing.
Yo.
Well, that's y'all fault. Y'all gave him the playing field saying that this music is okay and that this bullshit is okay. It's not. It's not okay. It's not okay. We deserve better as fans. He know we deserve better as fans. All right?
Thanks.
And we just don't like the trajectory that you're on as of right now, bro. Like, Kendrick, wait till Doug get out here and start doing some shit. Hell, Ludacris might get out here.
All right.
He's at the beach.
Yeah, the drink's kicking in.
He's got a little drinks in him. So I don't know what's going on here.
No, Marcus, you cannot talk to me about drinks and being in these systems, sir.
Hey, man, that was the past, bro. The past, be the past and the past.
I'm still coherent, my guy.
I understand now for that night. I don't know. I think we could have grown from 15. You would have been okay.
So what?
Tell me why.
Jim B.
Tell me why. Nah, man. Hey, no. Straight up, I really wanted to call in and say thank y'all. Crash Drake head in real quick. And really, truly, man, appreciate it. About to tune in to the live. So I know y'all still live right now. See what's going on. What y'all talking about? Get back to the NBA. Kevin, what up, nigga?
What up, boy?
My boy.
I'm gonna wait till you come back to have this discussion.
All right, man. As long as it's on the camera, it's all good. Yes, sir. Y'all be easy, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Y'all be careful coming back.
Yep.
1,000.
Yes, sir.
Cheers.
That's definitely good. I'm so happy that he called in and to be able to speak about that because I totally forgot about this song just that fast.
I ain't listened to it. That's all I got to say. I ain't listened to it.
So what TJ is referring to, he's referring to Drake premiered a brand new song on YouTube live, and then the music video. I think he was filming the music video live as he was live on YouTube, and then kind of what we do, you know what I'm saying, and then and then you know what I'm saying the video was out. I think maybe like shortly after that, but of course he has Mega Millions behind him, so the video was out short, like maybe 10 minutes after the live was over with. But he premiered a new song, Riding Around in a Box Truck, and I don't, according to my timeline, y'all's timelines may have been a little different. My timeline, the song is called What Did I Miss? The song was not received very well on my timeline, nor on my Instagram timeline, nor on my Twitter timeline. So I saw some subliminal shots over at LeBron. We'll talk about that as this continues to go on. But fellas, what was y'all thoughts about it? TJ went directly at your dreadlocks, so we'll talk to you first. So Marcus.
Why you going to me?
Yeah, because he wants to talk to you about it.
What you want to say, man? What you want to talk about?
No. It's just, you know what I'm saying, like what did you think about the record? You know what I'm saying, and whatnot.
You sure you want my opinion?
That's why we here.
Yeah.
All right. So the way I feel, man, is I gotta say this. The beef is the beef. The diss was the diss. The records was the records. But at the end of the day, that is not going to ever change where Drake stands in a lot of people's books as far as, you know, I know that this word is gonna trigger artistry, and the songs and what they could create. If I'm not mistaken, last week we sat here on this very podcast, and the question that I think TJ asked was, do we even have a hit of the summer?
This is true.
Yeah, that's been
I do remember that being a question, right?
Yeah, that's been a run question. For about 3
one of
months
the reasons we don't is because Drake is not here. If we're gonna be real honest about it, and before Kendrick dropped Not Like Us, I don't remember Kendrick having a summer hit in a while. So, look, I'm gonna just be honest. The song was what it was. I mean, it was Drake.
Watered down.
I won't even say watered down because I think we getting to the point where we starting to critique Drake for everything. Like,
that's what we do to GOATs, though.
Not really, because I mean,
yeah, we do.
I don't know, man.
Bron.
Is he really watered down, or is he just a man of many faces? Because we got a Drake that we can listen to in the club. We got a Drake that we can listen to when you on the alcohol. You got a Drake that you can listen to when you in the white people club. You got a Drake you can listen to when you with your girl, you got a Drake you can listen to when he on that rap shit.
He's
When you
New
want
Orleans Drake.
when you
Houston
want
Drake.
yeah. So what I'm saying, so
Hookah Lounge Drake.
he's just
Houston out of Vegas. Drake.
so what I'm saying is he has been this Drake forever, and I think certain people just feel as if like we supposed to get a new type of Drake or a different type of artist just because him and Kendrick went to battle. Like even if it was him and shit J. Cole or whoever, I still wouldn't expect a different Drake. Like I still remember Drake with the cardigan. I still remember Drake that had a 5 o'clock shadow. I still remember Drake that didn't have no hair barely on his head. Like, you know, they had the waves. I remember
the non-tough guy.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is like I listen to Drake for many different avenues. I don't listen to like when I listen to Kendrick, I'm probably gonna go to Kendrick for a more serious, toned down vibe. I'm not gonna go to Kendrick for nothing that's gonna really get me in a certain mood. So I don't know if Watered Down is what it is, or that's what it's considered. I mean, I guess some of the lyrics to me can be very relatable to people's lives. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, Tevin, did you listen to the joint?
I ain't listen to it. I just ain't sat down and listened to it.
Yeah, I mean,
So I am.
truth be told, I mean, I just saw the snippets, so I didn't hear much of it. Book, did you listen to the joint?
Man, I haven't, but when you said something pretty crazy, I actually found out about the whole new song in the video literally from my ex account. I got on just like, you see what's going on. Boom. It hit for a little bit trying to figure out what everybody was trying to talking about. And then I'm like, oh, okay, this happened. So Drake had a new song come out. Drake had a new video come out. And it was, from what I read, it was nobody was really fucking with. Yeah. So, but I haven't listened to the song yet. So when I listen to it, I'm gonna give you my opinion about the song. But
And
Mark made a great point, man. Well, not to interrupt, but you made a great point. Drake has a lot of faces. He has a lot of things he can do. Now, is this the Drake we want to see right now? Probably not. From my own personal opinion, probably not. I mean, I would rather the Drake from Houston, the New Orleans Drake. I would rather the rapper Drake than the R&B Drake.
Right.
But that's just me. So I mean, I have to listen to it and figure out what it is.
Yeah. My last point was gonna be, I mean, I think what you feel about him right now, currently, or the song would definitely be tailored to your timeline, because like based on who you follow, who you get, you know, posts and shit from. If you more on that side of it, you probably gonna see that. But from what I'm seeing, is the opposite. Cause I'm on the TikToks, I'm on Twitter, all that shit, Threads, everything. I'm seeing it another perspective of it, and I think the one thing that I think people also leave out, like when he was saying about the him recording the video on the live stream, shit like that. The one thing I don't think people give Drake and other artists that stay relevant for a long period of time, they don't give them credit for, is their ability to market. Being an artist, I understand that we get to this point where we say, like, you know, it's about the raps and it's about the lyrics and the bars and if you can't get that, you can't do it. If that was the case, then all the niggas that was there in URL and Smack DVD and all that shit would be at the top of the charts.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's the music business.
Yeah.
And part of that business is staying relevant and pushing out your shit to the masses and being liked by the masses. Mm-hmm. So what? Some niggas from Cali don't like Drake.
Facts.
So what? Some niggas who, I got every fucking Most Def tape. I listen, like, so what? That's not what the rap is forever evolving. Music is forever evolving.
Young man.
Kids are always being born. New genres are coming up. New people coming up. And Drake always, whether you like him or not, is consistently finding a way to tap into that. And him doing the release with the streaming and shit like that is just doing what Drake always do. He tapping into what's now, what's new.
Yeah.
So
now in regards to Drake, and we'll kind of move from the Drake conversation, since we on music. We'll just kind of go over to the music part of the show in just a moment. But one thing that I've always appreciated about Drake, and Tevin knows, and you know, Book knows this too. I'm a bigger Drake fan than what I am a Kendrick fan, and I do appreciate the range that Drake has. It's just my issue with Drake now is the quality of the music that's there.
Right.
The quality isn't as good. That's just kind of like some people are having this conversation about Gucci and Wayne. They're saying Gucci and Wayne put out all these mixtapes and stuff like that and these singles, but the music isn't as good as like it's like more volume than what it is. It's more volume than what the quantity really calls for. Yeah. And that's just kind of where I'm at with it with Drake right now. Like, and I understand he tried to do the house music. I understand he tried to do the hookah lounge bar kind of island, put your feet in the sand type music. Cool, no problem with that. But it's just at the end of the day, quality music is quality music, and especially to the level that he's put out quality music at.
Yeah.
The quality just isn't there. So I mean, I think it's up to his cousins and real cousins, and you know what I'm saying, the people around him, to be able to say, hey, look, and maybe it's something contractual. You know what I'm saying, where he's at a point where it's like he's just trying to get out of these deals or whatever deal that he may be in. Because you got to remember, he signed to
one more thing.
A few people.
I think if you look at it how y'all look at sports, specifically like basketball, because y'all know basketball. And you think about Drake as a young LeBron coming in, hyped up, #1 player, night for night, whatever player you know what I'm saying, you want to compare him to. Over time, them 82 games will wear your ass down. Mm-hmm. That demand of consistently staying great, being great in the gym, out the gym, publicity, whatever, your personal life, whatever, all that shit to me as an artist should take a toll at some point. We do understand Drake is almost like finna be 40.
Agreed, and I have a counter to that.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like I think we also like we say the quality of music, bro. Every artist I know, even the greats, even Michael, when they get to a certain point, the quality decreases. I'm not even gonna lie, Chris Brown. Chris Brown got to the point to where like his albums wasn't also straight quality. It was just this nigga threw 20 songs on there and like 7 of them was a hit. Yeah. They was big hits. Yeah. But you got 20 songs on the project, bro. Like, and you
40 songs.
40 songs, double disc, you know, shit like that.
Yeah, double disc shit.
Yeah, so
double disc in the streaming era, like 40 songs in the streaming era is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm saying for a good 29 songs on
I'm just saying, if you think about
20 is too much.
Put yourself in the position of being an artist like Drake, not just a regular rapper, but an artist that have to compete with the rap songs, the R&B songs, the top artists in the industry. Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Nicki, Bad Baby, the motherfuckers that's on the charts. When you become like that type of artist, I mean, at some point you gonna have to start diverting from Drake with the cardigan.
And so I think to that point right there is like, even though it may be exhaustion, quote quote, we'll just say it may be Drake exhaustion, or he's just getting older in the game. But you know what a lot of older people do in the game? They often go get help.
Yeah.
And he hasn't necessarily done that. I think he's looking into just going to other realms.
I ain't gonna say that because when Drake got help, he got criticized. What was
the help?
The writers. Let's be honest. The main reason Drake started getting hate, we can go all the way back to the Meek beef. When it came out that he had a potential writer in Quentin Miller, that is when everything started.
I don't think he should have stopped it though.
He didn't. He never, and when he did the Scorpion album, he did the interviews, he was, he spoke on that as far as like how artists are in the studio and you could get a quick little hook from somebody, or you can get a quick little, pointer here and there. Yeah. And then he didn't even talked about how, he helped Ye, and he done gave bars to people and gave hooks and gave songs. So that's what I'm saying. When I'm thinking about that type of shit compared to like what he's doing in the gym, compared to like where Kendrick is putting out an album and leaving for 2 or 3 years.
And he's taking a break.
That break he's taking though, who's staying consistent in that break?
But I respect the person that goes away, that takes the break, that gets refreshed and says, okay, I have X amount more to talk about now. My children are getting older. This is my relationship like with my lady. This is my relationship like with the sets in my communities. This is what I've done in my time away. I'm bridging the gaps in between the B's and the C's and the GDs and the LKs. You know what I'm saying? I'm bridging all these gaps. This is what I'm doing while I'm away.
Right.
These are my experiences in life. Like, that's just kind of what we say about now. Me and Tevin talk about this a lot too. It's like, how many times can a young rapper talk about stuff that we've already lived or we've already experienced? Like a young rapper, somebody that's 22, 21, 18, 19, they can't really tell me much about stuff that I've already lived. And that's just, I don't know, but that's just like me. Like I don't listen to those younger rappers, but with Drake just staying, because you can be consistent, but is your consistency good music?
All right.
And it hasn't been, like as of late.
Is it not good music because it's not what you listen to?
No, I have an open ear.
Because you know,
a lot of things.
like I said, the numbers and the charts will say otherwise.
Well,
So is it a personal preference or is it the music business?
Well, it could, and you know how it goes with the music industry, with those streaming farms. So that could be a thing too, because I still see it. Like, even though I still see people listen to the "What Have I Missed" or "What Did I Miss" the record.
Yeah.
I literally see, and it's only people on Apple Music that are posting this. The very next record is Kendrick's Not Like Us, or either Future and Kendrick's Like That. Like when I guess they're listening to him like an Apple Radio thing, like so.
It's messed up.
So
I mean, it's not messed up. That's actually smart.
I mean, it's just it's categorized.
Yeah,
if Drake names come up, who's gonna come up?
And I'm sure it's vice versa. Like anytime Kendrick has to put a song out, because I'm not on Apple Music, I'm over on Tidal, so it's not like that over there. You know what I'm saying? But we have anything else on this before we wrap this up, and we'll go ahead and get to music while we hear it. No. All right. Cool. So, Marcus, you actually sent this to me the other day, and it was just talking about everybody. Well, all of the different people from 05 that dropped a album in 05, and they're getting ready to celebrate 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years of classics.
Yeah.
Some of those people on. Who were some of those people that was on that list?
Shit. I know they were saying Chris Brown dropped the album, Trey Songz dropped the album, Jeezy had an album, Game had an album, I believe T.I. had an album, Carter 2, Kanye. It was just a lot of the artists that we pretty much grew up on in our generation. Was either dropping their first project or came out with what most were considered like their most classic album. So 05 was definitely a year for the music.
Oh, for great music.
Yeah, great music.
If I can remember correctly.
Timeless music, to be honest.
Timeless music.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, well, Tevin, what's one of those that just kind of stick out to you from 05?
I would have to say what was T.I. album in 05?
I think that was Urban Legend.
What was on there? Cause
I think Urban Legend is Motivation, ASAP. I think Let's Get Away is on there.
That probably was it for me, cause at that time I didn't become like a Wayne head till like after that. But at that time, I think that's when T.I. was like, people was talking about him being like the best rapper. He was like the top rapper pretty much.
Yeah.
So it was either that one or what did the Game have? Cause I was a big Game fan.
Documentary? What was documentary?
Documentary was before 05. That might have been Dr. Zaddy.
Read the documentary.
T-Pain.
Oh no, you're right. That was a documentary. Yeah.
Bobby Valentino, Jamie Foxx, Pretty Ricky, R. Kelly,
ridiculous.
Anthony Hamilton, Ray J, Rihanna. So these was albums. Late Registration, Common, 50 Cent, The Massacre,
documentary, wasn't it?
Missy Elliott, The Cookbook.
Cookbook, I remember Missy.
Lil Wayne and Carter 2, Jeezy, Thug Motivation. Yeah, so.
Oh yeah. For me, it's gonna be between two people. It was Common and Game. Like Game was probably my favorite rapper at that time. So I was heavy on the Game, everything he did. And then Common, that B album, I listened to it then. I liked some songs, but when I got older and went back to it, when I got to college, like right before I got to college, I was like, oh my God, like this is one of the best albums I've ever heard, like straight through. It ain't really had no skips. Now I skipped Testify. That song, to this day I don't know what the song about. I don't get it. But I skip it every time, and I hated the video. But the whole rest of the CD, I listened to that straight through. But yeah, man, the Game, he had me over. Me and Harlan used to argue all the time once we got to high school. Who was a better rapper, him or Lil Wayne? And then I listened to Lil Wayne after that, and boy, I came to school the next day. I was like, nigga, I am wrong.
Who you was on Game side?
Yeah.
I feel like Game is
Underrated.
massively underrated.
Yeah.
I know he do a lot of name drops.
But as far as rapping,
But
he can rap
yes.
with almost anybody. But Harlan, he was like, man, he's like, I ain't good. He's like, man, but you, Lil Wayne. I was like, Lil Wayne, man, I went home and listened to some Wayne. I say, I'm wrong. I said, yeah, I said, I admit I'm wrong because this Game good, but this dude different.
If Game would have dropped it at the time whenever Wayne was gone, I think we would look at
Maybe
Game,
so,
Game
yeah,
in a
if
whole
he would have dropped a
different
little bit later.
I think he would have had his era. He would have had his time. We talk about Wayne. We talk about Kanye. They had their times, right? I think Game, because like I say back in, and I remember back in like 02, 03, you heard of Game,
Yeah.
but you didn't hear him either in songs or collabs until like maybe 04. So he was right there in the midst of coming up because M was still with Drake. It was still with Drake, and he was kind of introduced right there between 03 and 04. So when 05 came and the documentary dropped, it was like his introduction into the rap game. So it was like, okay, this is your mainstream introduction. You blew it out the park. Like this was one of the best albums from him. I've heard some collabs from him. They were okay. I actually lived with the documentary on replay. And it was just like, I can't find like a consistent bad song from him on this album, right? It was just like, damn, this motherfucker.
That's when he really stood on his own.
Yeah, he
Everybody
stood.
like, yeah, he was with 50, making songs with 50, the little G Unit stuff. But like once he put his own album out, you heard him by himself on whole songs. You was like, oh, okay, like he's good by himself without the Dr. Dre backing and the Eminem co-sign and all the G Unit. By himself, you was like, okay, this dude, he over Tony Yayo and Lloyd Banks and all
Jesus
the other.
Peace is my favorite game album.
That's my favorite. That's my personal favorite.
Did y'all listen to documentary 2.5?
The one with the one that start off with On and On, the Erykah Badu. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones too.
Man, look,
that album is slept on.
That album is slept on, bro.
And that was a double disc.
Double disc.
Yeah,
double disc.
He's like
one red, one blue. No, that's
I
you talking about the documentary. What is that? LAX album or whatever?
I think his kids on the couch.
That was the second. That was the second one.
That's
talking about Doctor's Advocate. Somebody did. But
that double disc, man. That first disc when he started off with that On and On sample, I was like, okay, then
that song with him and Anderson .Paak.
Oh, the Ryan song with the video.
Pulled up.
Yeah.
We out here killing these niggas, but so what?
Man. That was a dope collab, man. That was my introduction to Anderson .Paak, to be honest.
Keep in mind now, he pretty much carried a city for
15 years.
Yeah, for 15 years. That was, you know what I'm saying? Because Snoop was still a little relevant. You know, he had some features here and there with R. Kelly and all that shit. And
Snoop Pharrell.
E40 had his little time with.
I think Snoop dropped the album in 05. That was beautiful and all that, wasn't it?
Matter of fact, can I say this? Did Game bring Kendrick into the lane?
Yes.
There was,
I think he introduced Kendrick.
Kendrick and Nip.
I remember this
because Kendrick was on the Red album. That's another one of my favorite Game albums too. Yeah. Because Kendrick's verse on The City was, good lord, that's one of the first times I heard like somebody black out. That could have been close to Wayne. Could have been. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, I bought the Red album. You know what I'm saying? That's at the time when albums were still being purchased.
Right. Hard copy.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that, and then I remember that moment whenever Kendrick was on stage. It was like a whole West Coast thing, right? And then the video was shot in black and white, and I think that was Snoop that was giving Kendrick his flowers and pretty much saying that he was up next and blah blah blah, everything in between. And Kendrick was up there just kind of crying because that was his OGs giving him flowers and stuff like that. But that brought in that whole wave of Kendrick and Hustle and what was the other people like Dom Kennedy and
YG was on the two.
I still can't get into Dom.
Oh man, that's my dog.
I just can't. I don't know what it is. Maybe his only verse that stood out to me was on the Nip album. I just can't. Something about Dom. I just cannot get
It's cool rap.
And I like West Coast rappers.
Yeah.
I like West Coast
I'm
rappers.
trying to think how to describe it. It's really like
he got a
cool
good
sound.
sound, but as
Really
far as like
cool
when it
sound.
comes down to really lyrics and bars, Dom my dog. But as far as lyrics and bars, he really ain't. He can help.
Then
put
again,
together
it might
like
just
that.
be me because I don't think I'm really into like that type of.
Nah, I know what it is. He don't put it together for like that. Like it'll sound good, but like we really, it's a word and not a content. You like it ain't got much content.
Yeah, much depth into it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we look into. I mean, now
Cause Larry got more content, even though Larry ain't really that deep, but it's
Right.
more constructive and cohesive than Dom is, and they sound just like
Larry's music is like every day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Woke up today, drove down. Roll the window down. It ain't go down all the way because it's broke a little bit. That's okay. I'm in a 6'4". Like, wait, okay, well, we in a 6'4". The nigga window don't work. That's shit. I can relate. I gotta go to
That
I gotta go to the
he
shop
make
tomorrow.
going to the grocery store music.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
like
saying?
he riding around music.
This is early morning smoothie. I just finished my workout type shit.
On my way to get some more bacon.
Stopped at the Waffle House. Roscoe's at 2 o'clock.
Oh my god, bro.
And some orange juice jumped up in the orange seats.
Oh man,
You know what I'm saying?
and that's
You
the
just lied,
perfect example of like Dom, bro. Like,
Yeah, but
it just feels good.
I ain't gonna lie, I definitely do have a few Dom joints I can go to. I probably got about 12 Dom tracks. You know what I'm saying?
Man, they need to put that yellow album on Apple
It
Music.
needs to be.
Hey, that's a quick question, but would y'all say Wiz is kind of? I don't want to say it. Is he like the pioneer for that? Low key because.
Currency is.
I don't want to say it.
You don't like currency either. There's a currency poster.
I ain't gonna do
Be
it, bro.
respectful.
I know, bro. I know. Trust me, I know.
If I can
You know,
Yeah, if I give you, probably that Wiz is like one of the first people I remember that's kind of just made that constant chilling music.
I feel like there's a particular type of vibe and sound,
Everyday music.
and the people that executed the best is Wiz. To me, Wiz and Crit.
Old Wiz.
Yeah, old Wiz.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we about
old
Wiz Khalifa, or we talking about the Wiz?
No, Wiz.
Wiz.
Khalifa.
Wiz. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Stoner Wiz.
Yeah, we're talking about Taylor Gang.
Yeah, Wiz Khalifa.
Because as soon as Wiz dropped "See You Again," he was a totally different artist.
He was right before that.
Yeah, I think he was different right at the end.
And see, like I remember Wiz's first, the first Wiz song I remember was "Catch This Plane." You're gonna catch this plane. I don't know, but I absolutely hated Wiz.
I think once he did We Them Boys, he became a different artist.
That song too.
Yeah.
And
That took him to a whole nother.
Yeah,
that
that's
was the whole theme
skyrocketed.
song.
Black and Yellows took him to a whole nother level, but he still was in that Wiz phase.
Stoner, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stoner type shit. But
I-
truth be told, I think Wiz has this type of he's just
To me, I think it's different.
he's just a big artist. He's a hitmaker.
Yeah, like Wiz Khalifa is one of the few guys I've actually heard that came out from my point of view, came out and it was hit after hit after hit after hit, and then you still didn't know nothing about him. So you knew his music, you knew his song, you've heard his song 1, 2, and 3 more than 50 times.
The song is bigger than all.
Yeah, the song became bigger than the artist.
Yeah.
So when you finally got introduced to the artist, you're like, oh, okay. Then you start to realize, like, to get into depth of like doing your deep dive into the artist and what he does, you realize that he had some tracks with Currency, and when Currency came up big, and then it's like, wait a minute, so him and Currency had an album, and I didn't know about it. And you started going back and looking into mixtapes. Then you start to realize that he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was different for me.
Dog, there's literally like that podcast I was telling you about last week called the Blog Era pod. There's literally like a full breakdown of that. Like Wiz is featured on the show whenever. Wiz and Currency are actually on the show, and they have like, I think their episodes are like 2 episodes back to back. But they literally talked about how, you know, Wiz's thing, and this is his own words, he would go perform and do all these things, and they would go to these meetings, and all the A&Rs and the record people would be with them and everything. And whenever they would stay at these hotels, they would smoke these hotels out intentionally to let these A&Rs and these record company people know, this is what I'm about. If you're not about being behind who I am and what I do and what I'm about, don't even come fuck with us at all.
Right.
And
That's smart.
and to your point about how you were saying that he's bigger than the songs are bigger than the artist. The song that really caught my attention for Wiz was off of Cushion Orange Juice, which was Mesmerized.
Yeah, that's the first thing I probably heard.
And because of course, like I said, I knew Wiz before, but I wasn't a fan. But Mesmerized,
Hey, to me, why did you Mesmerized?
I was like, damn, like that song is like motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real life hidden. But I was like, damn, to your point, let me go see who this is, and damn, there go Wiz Khalifa to do with all the tats, skinny motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Everything in between. And then shortly after that, Cabin Fever dropped, and he was
out the race.
Chicks be looking like phone numbers. Man, I play this song every day in college. They had no money.
Bro, it was so crazy because like say Black and Yellow and We Them Boys was like, damn, okay, cool. Like it took me a while.
That took him that took him mainstream on the radio.
It took me a while to go find Mesmerized. So when I finally found that song, I was like, yo, Wiz got bars, bro. Like it's more than just a catchy hook, catchy song. The mainstream is not playing this, but he has this song and it's a certified classic.
Yeah.
Certified classic.
So I was like,
to wrap
this is some crazy shit.
To wrap up that point though, just about like how you were saying, like I guess is some people call it lifestyle raps. We call it
that's probably what it is. Probably lifestyle rap.
Yeah, like because it's
like every day you just cut it on. Yeah, you just cut it on. You just can vibe to it and just it's easy to relate to and ride to.
It's easy to consume.
Yeah,
because it's those people that are really it's Larry Currency Larry Currency, Old Wiz, Crit, Dom. I've never listened to Casey Veggie, so I can't tell you about that. But some people said that
I think
he
I
was
heard
somewhere
one
up in there.
song maybe, but
At one point in
he was
time.
good. I remember his
Smoke Dizza is in that conversation too.
Smoke Dizza.
So I mean, it's not too many people, but that's the beautiful thing about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You got all these different branches and all these different veins in it. But y'all have anything else on this before we wrap that part up?
No, but Crit is one of my favorites. Like top tier. Like I set on the mountain for him, and that's one person I can listen to all the time and really just. He's relatable to me.
Yeah.
A lot of shit he went through is relatable to me, so I love
Yeah,
it.
that's my second favorite rapper.
So, Marcus, you had a question here that you wanted to pitch to the group here. You texted to me talking about an additional topic. So, what's that you got there, bro?
So if I think this is a common topic, but if you had to choose 3 artists or 3 albums from the past decade, you couldn't listen to nothing else but them, or a specific album. You can mix and match if you want to, just artist and an album or whatever, but three people from the last decade.
So that would be 2000s, 10s, and 20s, or just from the 2000, well, from 05 to 25 to right now.
You want to do the?
That may be a little easier for me. That may be a little easier.
Okay, we're gonna do it for the last 25 then. So somebody from each area.
So I gotta give you 3 artists.
Yeah, if you couldn't listen to nobody else,
For the 10s,
There's 3 artists.
3 artists or 3 projects for sure.
Okay, I give you 3 artists because they probably just gonna follow them. So Crit, Lil Wayne, Chris Brown.
for the 10s, give me Future. For the 2000s, boy, that's so difficult. Between the 2000s is very difficult for me because it's a lot of like R&B in there that's really really good in the 2000s. Yeah. But then again, that would eliminate Wayne, that would eliminate Jeezy, that would eliminate Gucci.
I mean, you can go, I guess, 2000 to 06 or 07, and then you can go 08 to about maybe
That's tough.
15, and then 15 on up to now.
So I get 3 artists for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
Just
If you had like somebody took your shit, you only get to choose 3 people out of this or 3 projects. Cause this really gonna define like the type of music you like.
This is gonna define my career, my life, my stuff. Yeah, I got it. Okay, I know my 2. I gotta take Jay-Z and Crit, cause them the 2 I listen to the most.
Yeah.
But that 3rd artist,
shit.
So, cause you gotta get like R&B that do come into play. Cause think about it, that's Usher, Confessions and stuff in there.
Yeah.
That's some Kales, a lot of Kales in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm had to think about that last one though.
You gotta remember that.
Kanye,
That's exactly.
that's 3-4 classic albums right there.
Mhm.
And that defines your.
And 2 albums reshaped music twice.
Yeah.
And Wayne had all the he had all the bars. Just
Yeah, mixtape Wayne and mainstream Wayne in both of those years, in all those years.
All right,
oh my god, I was just
sorry, I'm gonna do it. I ain't gonna lie.
Mhm.
I'm gonna eliminate.
That's why I said the decade, because it's hard as hell to do that far back.
Yeah, that's.
So you talking 15 and 25 is a different story.
okay. Yeah, cause Wayne probably be my last one if we doing all 25. I
Yeah.
have to put him in there because
Yeah.
That's why I went how I went. I said Wayne. I said Crit, Wayne, Chris Brown. Literally, I have all of Wayne's catalog. I have all of Crit's catalog. Not to mention all their collabs. Not to mention, I have Chris Brown and his collabs.
Yeah.
So I have all of Chris Brown's music. I have all of Lil Wayne's music, and I have all of Crit's music. I still get my my relative feel for Crit. I still get all of his music, not to mention his collabs. I get all of Wayne's collabs, all of mixtape Wayne. I get all his mainstream shit and his collabs. I get all of Chris Brown. I get all his collabs.
Let me do this. I'm
Hey, bro.
cheat
Hey.
on this answer.
I'm trying to.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm about to do that last 15. That last 10.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cheat on this. Let me get Future's discography from 15 to present day.
Okay.
Let me get an album. Let me get Rihanna's fuck, what was the last one?
Umbrella or
Anti.
Anti. Let me get Rihanna's Anti.
Okay.
And one more art, like a discography that I can keep with me. Boy, fucking 15, 16 was such a good year of music. I think I'm going to take Kanye doesn't have a lot of good music in the last decade. Give me.
You got Otis.
I'm not a fan of Watch the Throne.
Washington was good. It ain't last time I thought it was.
T is gonna jump through the speakers whenever he hears that.
Very good album, but it didn't like to me. It's a very good album for that time, but it ain't like over time. It ain't really.
One more artist that I can honestly say I would be happy with, because that's past Crit's best music to me.
What 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just looked at it. I said Crit would from 15 now. Crit wouldn't make my list, dog. That's my favorite. One of my favorite. He would make it.
I said early Crit.
Like 2012 and before he would
Early
make
Crit.
it. Yeah, after
Early
15 hey, that's crazy.
I still have to give him that. I mean, that's just me.
Man, I had to for the last 10 years I had to change my whole list.
That make you evaluate.
2015. I'm trying to think who I've been.
I mean, I could did 3 more artists like literally right now.
look around.
I really just think that I'm gonna just end up going with
Oh.
Hustle. Like
Last 15, Drake had to be on there for me.
I
Wait,
get
12, hold on, 2015, what was it? Hold on, Thank Me Later and all that was
15,
before that.
15 you get Views, 15 you get
I ain't got Drake on there.
you get Certified Lover.
15, you get everything he did with Future.
Yeah. So
Oh, What a Time to Be Alive, dog?
Alive, you get.
I can live without it.
it's hard to listen to that today.
Man, who would? Would you be on that, nigga?
He'd be on there.
It shit really shouldn't be a question if he would be on the.
He'd be on
Yeah,
there.
he probably got to be on there.
Y'all
Oh,
fuck with what y'all do, 'cause
Cole,
that-
dang, Cole ain't.
Damn and.
Well, Wale probably be on there for me.
I'm not mad at that. That's,
And
I
that's
think
real good.
I'm pretty. I ain't looked at it, but I know I can find some Wale for the last 10 years.
fucking right. I know I can.
Who you
Well,
pick,
hell,
Mark?
I don't know, man.
Okay, so y'all doing the.
I'm
I
doing.
cheated.
I'm doing from 2015 now because this is hard.
I took
So we doing 15 up.
I took
Yeah.
I took a album and 2
Okay,
artists.
that's that's entirely different list. Okay, so this 15 up. 15 to 25. That is the beginning of the streaming era.
Yeah, officially. Damn right.
I hate to say it, but Wayne wouldn't make the cut
Facts.
for that. So I'm gonna tell you like this on the back end.
Who been rapping recently?
It's for me. It's gonna be one of them gonna be Bryson Tiller. I know that nobody really.
Tell
You like Tiller.
Huh?
I like Tiller.
Like traps. I get Trap Soul. I get the other. People don't realize he got like 5 albums right now. So I fuck with him heavy. If it wasn't him, I would move him for Summer Walker. I'm gonna go Bryson Tiller. I'm gonna go Drake.
It's tough. It's tough, man.
Because a
Like,
lot of
hammering
them,
that
a lot
ball.
of them niggas don't stick. They don't stick.
Yeah.
This past this era. So
I think y'all made it complicated for no reason.
not really.
Because if you do the artist, you can pick and choose within the
But
artist.
that's what I'm saying. But some artists don't have shit that you would want to continuously keep listening to. Like I know with Bryson, like Bryson got albums that I'm gonna. They were certain parts of my life that I'm gonna keep listening, and I'm gonna fuck with Drake because I'm gonna get every genre with him, features and everything.
I think that's cheap.
I got it. I'm gonna change mine.
And then I'm trying to think of who my third would be. Who the fuck was relevant?
I got it. I'm gonna change
Like
mine.
during COVID?
15 to 25.
While you think on yours, I'm gonna change mine a little bit. I'm gonna take Hustle off. I'm gonna put Dolph on mine.
Ooh.
Because I need Get Money music.
Okay.
So I
need a trap nigga.
got Dolph.
Hey, in my mind, I'm about to throw
Paul,
this game out not too long
I
ago.
need some trap shit.
Yeah, I got Dolph, Future, and then Rihanna's Anti.
Damn, I need some trap shit.
Anti is an incredibly underrated album still to me, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You got that on vinyl?
Hmm?
You got that on vinyl yet?
Not yet. I ain't started with her yet. Fuck it, man. Chris Brown.
Alright. Breeze gotta be that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the residuals play every damn day on the radio.
It'll be Breeze.
It's bled into the skull at this point.
I think I'm gonna go with Russell because he's my favorite right now. Well, he's been my favorite since COVID. So the Russell. I'm gonna put Kendrick, and I want to do an R&B chick.
There's so many of
An
them.
R&B person because they just boy.
2019 to 2025 is straight women.
Yeah.
Straight women.
You can go SZA. You can go.
Oh my God! How the fuck did
It's
I
SZA,
leave
it's Summer,
off
it's
my
Some
damn
SZA
list?
Summer. But I'm gonna go like y'all said. I need some Get Money music. I've been on Zillionaire Dough the last 2 weeks. Every day. I listen to 3 songs back to back to back. That's all I've been listening to is Zillionaire Dough.
Shout out to Dallas one time.
So yeah, he gonna be on my list. I done listen to that song. They're my top 3 songs right now on my phone the last 2 weeks is them 3 Zillionaire Dough songs.
I'm not mad at that, you know what I'm saying?
I work out to them, I drive to them. I'm good.
Yeah, it's that Get Money music for sure. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna
That's
talk about
what's up.
he gonna get some money and make some stuff happen.
I feel that. Well, we gotta wrap the show up because my laptop's doing something a little strange over here. But so we only got a little while. You know, we might have about 10 more minutes. But anything else you want to get to, just specifically as we kind of speed through some of these topics here, the ones that really matter.
I can't even remember what we said we were gonna talk about.
Don't worry about it.
I knew it was a lot of sports. I knew it was a lot of basketball.
Yeah, there's a lot of basketball. That's
Kinda
not
relevant.
I got you from here. So while we over here on music, Puff ended up.
Whoa!
What? A black man is free. What? Another black man not caught up in the system.
That was a little bit too
Kinda,
fast.
Kinda.
That was a little bit too
Hey,
fast
man,
for comfort.
Our
right
black
there,
our icons, you know, they usually leave with they usually have a,
nigga clap.
they usually have our icons usually get a stain on them, you know, to see when this high, you know.
Pause.
Yeah, cause
He got
he got
stains on his
a lot on
neck.
him. From the
What did he? Wow,
We'll be
cuz.
back after these messages.
A lot of our icons, you know, they usually go out kind of sad, you know, once they get on trial. I think the last one they got off was OJ, and Diddy beat his major charges, so he looked like he might be home a little sooner than later.
Okay.
But yeah, now exactly. We literally, as we ended last week's episode, the very next morning, the news always breaks every time after
Every
the show.
Wednesday, dog.
Like it just never
Take
fails.
that.
But Tevin has this list over here of the charges that Puff ended up beating. I believe he was found guilty on 2 out of the 5 things he was charged against. But Tevin is pulling up his list right now, and so Tevin, what did Puff end up beating? That boy got 30 tabs on.
Number one, he beat the biggest one was the RICO. He beat the RICO, and he beat both counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. I don't know what that means, but he beat both of them. Okay. And then he was found guilty of the 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, basically saying he was buying prostitutes.
The transporter.
Yeah.
Yep. So, well, Puff, his bail was denied. Excuse me. His bail was denied. He requested a motion in order for him to get out of jail. The judge said, "Fuck no, keep your freaky ass in that cell." So, Puff will be home whenever. On Chico's show on Sunday. Good Lord. We all kind of did a poll. We all asked, like, when do y'all think Puff will be home? I said January 27th he'll be home.
I would probably concur. Yeah, you said January 27th?
Yeah.
I'm thinking January 26th. I think he'll be home in 6 months.
Because somebody said that he's going to get credit for time served, which of course he will.
And that's been like 7 months.
Yeah, because he went in September of 24. Yeah, so he's going to get credit for time served. Plus, we're almost to September already, so that'll be full calendar year. So, are we taking any bets?
I mean, I think he'd be home probably right in, I want to say 27.
Okay.
Because I mean, I'm looking at the charges, right? So the charges that he still has, you're still gonna be looking at, if anything, if the judge is lenient, and I'm saying truly lenient, she'll give him 6 months per charge.
We'll get into exactly the prosecution and everything.
I'm thinking like 27.
Tevin wanted to talk a little bit more about that. So we'll definitely talk about that next week as more information will come out. Marcus, when do you think Puff will be home?
I think we'll see him outside next summer at a pool party with Janelle Monáe.
That freak off.
Do not put my good.
Cause I don't know about everybody else, but I ain't forgot.
I forgot.
Janelle be at them parties with pepperonis on her neck.
Oh yeah, she be butt naked.
I ain't forgot. Don't know. Didn't nobody say nothing about Janelle through this whole thing?
She's the muse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
leave her out.
I mean, she. Don't get me wrong. She fine.
Sexy chocolate.
But you in a pool dressing up like pizza. I ain't never seen that. I ain't never seen that.
All right, so as we move away from Puff over there in the NFL world, Netflix officially dropped season 2 of Quarterback. Joey Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals, he is on there. Jared Goff is on there, and Marcus's backup quarterback, Kirk Cousins.
Black Cousins.
Black Cousins. No.
That black shit been gone.
Kirk changed.
All that. I got a brand new shirt in the closet that still have not been worn.
Man, can you return?
Okay, nope. 17 funk ass dollars down the drain.
That's normally how it goes. Do y'all have any? Well, the Jared Goff. I did see the clip about Jared Goff, and his clip basically started with him being traded from the Rams over to Detroit, and how Detroit really wanted him.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit has a black president and a GM, and he talked a lot about how he wanted Jared Goff, and he thought that he obviously so far he's right. Jared Goff is the correct quarterback for Detroit, and because he kind of tied Jared Goff's story into how the city of Detroit went through their whole economy crash. And so Jared Goff, he kind of rebuilt his career here, and of course Dan Campbell, who was on the Saints coaching staff. The Saints had an opportunity to hire him as coach, but the Saints did not choose to do that. But Dan Campbell, he also has some things to say about Jared Goff, and it was very positive. But so that's one. Your backup quarterback.
Would you stop?
Stop it! Y'all should have misled that man. Look, y'all misled him when y'all drafted that black dude.
Y'all should just let us draft him.
First of all, my nigga, you're misled. Period. To think that you're gonna be a 30-something-year-old quarterback and you just gonna be the only nigga in the room.
Y'all gave me 180.
And you got paid, which is exactly what we did. It was a business.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody with fucking eyes can see we've been struggling with the position for the past 6 years. You think you're finna be the only fucking saving grace?
Yeah, my backup was supposed to be Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, and it
was
was Heineke plus.
Oh, for real?
Plus a third.
Oh, Heineke played for y'all for real?
Yeah.
Oh damn! I just made up a random person. Yeah, that's what's the second string
And
is
I
Heineke, somebody who I know ain't getting in the game.
Fuck him because he rock with the red hat.
Oh,
So
yeah.
So how did you? That's why.
What?
Fuck that boy.
In a black suit, boy, you fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah, you.
Hey, it was
curb stomp right off.
Yeah.
And look, I'm gonna just be honest. I'm gonna just say this real quick. I wish Kirk would shut the fuck up because he don't obviously don't realize what he done since he been here that has fucked him up. A part of this, you got here and you lost us draft picks because you couldn't shut the fuck up about you seeing our doctor.
I forgot about that.
We lost draft picks before the season even started, my nigga, because of you. Then you get here,
I didn't know that.
you turn the city up. You get us 6-3. You on your shit. You get hurt in a game. They put you on the injured reserve or the injury list, and you lie and say no, you're good to go. And then you get out there and you lose the next 5 games that throw us out of the playoff race.
That was the concussions, right?
No, he had a fucked up arm. And which is why he started throwing all them picks and was just throwing lollyballs and shit.
Drew Brees on.
Speaking of Drew Brees, he had a quote in there saying he learned it from Drew Brees. Why would you fucking say that?
Yeah, that's
Why would you know? He learned about not letting your backup see the field. Through Brees, he learned that from Flutie.
That's lame.
So first of all, you're gonna tell the fans. You're gonna say that in front of the fans.
You just played because you were selfish.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is part of the reason why we ain't fucking with you.
Yeah.
2, you're gonna say you learned it from our enemy quarterback.
Who's won a championship?
Oh yeah.
That means you ain't processing, my nigga. The same way you got up there and spoke about seeing the doctors.
Yo.
And you didn't process, and we lost picks because of your stupid chap lip ass. So, yeah.
It's your boy.
I'm sorry.
All right, as we move away from the Falcons there, because that's a hot topic.
Yeah, it's very
you know what I'm saying? Joey Burrow is going to be on there. Southside Joe, Lil Joe,
Yo.
Kentucky Street. That's going to follow the Bengals from last year, and you know that the Bengals they had a pretty up and down year. I think they started. Did the Bengals start 0-6 or 1-6, something like that?
I think
they got off to a slow start.
They was like 1-6.
And they turned it up a little bit.
And Joe was coming off of like a hand injury or wrist injury, and I think they said it's a really rare injury that Joe had. And of course, as the season went on, Joe played better, but I think they ended up missing the playoffs by a game, and I think they finished right at 500 or 9-8, and they still ended up missing the playoffs. But so that's gonna be interesting. Y'all have any thoughts on Joey Burrow and what we expect to see from the Bengals?
I think they fucked up
By giving the receivers all the money?
Yeah, I think they made a mistake. I think they should have. This was a wide receiver heavy draft.
Yes.
I think they should have traded T. Higgins, signed Jamar, draft another receiver, paid your edge rusher, draft another edge rusher, and help your defense. They didn't do none of that.
And
they still beefing with the one they drafted.
And their star defense. How you beef with somebody that gets you 17.5 sacks?
That's been doing it everywhere he's been.
Yeah, everywhere. What are we beefing about? What are we debating?
And Hubbard retired.
And that's another thing.
And Hubbard retired. So, not only did he retired at 29.
Right.
So yeah, that's crazy.
You get some picks from T, I think you would have been able to kind of
rebuild.
Yeah, rebuild.
Yeah. And those picks could have been later on in the draft, so that you wouldn't have to pay them as much.
Yeah, they need more help on the defense. They got them linebackers and them in them corners. Right.
Since he got to score 40 a game in order for them
to
be in the game. You know what I'm saying?
To compete in the game, bro. You gotta get the ball every down or every other down and score every other possession.
That's right.
That's fucking crazy.
And then also in other NFL news, the Buffalo Bills, they will be on Hard Knocks.
I ain't watching.
I probably won't watch either. For a couple reasons. And this weekend had a little bit to do with it too. But the Hard Knocks drops on August 5th.
Yeah, I don't rock it, but
yeah.
What do you do?
Just how you act.
Off my combo.
Who, Josh?
No, another dude.
Oh boy, that was here. Yeah, we'll talk about that. But Buffalo Bills, they will be on Hard Knocks. That drops on August 5th. I might watch, I might not watch. Who knows? I may just be bored. You know what I'm saying? So I may tap in. But until then, that's that with that. We'll say those Epstein files, because the Epstein files have allegedly been lost or burned by the U.S. government. Now, how? Don't know, but I think that has a little bit to do with Puff's case, a little bit.
Blame the orange man.
Of course, 47 is to blame. 47 is to blame for a lot of things. We'll get into the big, beautiful bill, which is a bunch of bullshit. It's a big bullshit bill, if you ask me. And then we'll also, next week, we'll talk about Bradley Bill possibly being bought out, or the Bradley Bill situation will be resolved by next week.
Hopefully.
Next week is going to be a big week for us. Episode 70, and there's also some things in the works, you know what I'm saying, for us to have something major go on next weekend. But hopefully everything gets tied up with the business, you know what I'm saying, up to something, you know what I'm saying, us and whole gang is in here, we're up to something for sure. But fellas, is there anything else going on, anything else on your mind here before we wrap it on up?
No, I'm good, man.
Fuck Kirk Cousins, bro.
Black Cousins, you know what I mean?
This episode was titled way before you even got
Yeah.
here.
Kirko Bangs, man.
Yeah, Kirko Chains, bro. But all right, y'all. So until next time, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Share with a friend, coworker, cousin, family member, somebody you fuck with, whatever the case may be. Tell them to subscribe, man. We need to get the numbers up, man. Help us out. So until next time, y'all, we appreciate y'all. Holla.
Peace.
That episode sort of cut out on me. I need to clear up space on my.